What has happened to the pizza business since the emergence of companies like DoorDash and Uber Eats? For years, customers' choices whenever they wanted food delivered to their homes was limited to pizza and perhaps Chinese. As such, delivery was dominated by major pizza chains like Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Papa John's. The pandemic has changed this. In fact, this might be the biggest change to the restaurant industry coming out of that event. Demand for delivery skyrocketed in 2020 and 2021 when consumers were stuck at home. And today, delivery is more popular than ever. 4% of restaurant visits were for delivery in 2019, according to the National Restaurant Association. Today, that is 9%. But all that growth has come from third party delivery companies that have made more food items available for delivery, everything from burgers to lasagna. Sales at DoorDash and Uber Eats have tripled since 2020, and today those two companies dwarf the size of the entire pizza sector. Last year, the two companies generated $154 billion in total revenue compared with $31.5 billion for the entire fast food pizza sector, according to Technomic. While a lot of that $154 billion is from convenience stores and grocers, most of it still comes from restaurants. And even if you cut that in half, it's still more than twice the sales that pizza chains generated. And that does not tell the whole story. Third-party delivery sales are still growing. The two delivery company sales grew 18% last year. Total sales from pizza chains grew less than 1%. What's more, pizza chains themselves have shifted. Traditional pizza delivery chains are getting more sales from carryout, and they're working with the aggregators themselves. Their own delivery sales are actually falling. Domino's went from almost no aggregator sales in 2023 to 3% in 24 thanks to the Uber Eats deal. Its own delivery same-store sales fell last quarter. Papa John's now gets 17% of its sales through aggregators and growing. It gets 35% of its sales through its own delivery channels, and that is falling. In fact, in the future, you can expect pizza chains to do more to make their stores friendlier to in-store customers, something Domino's did years ago when it focused more on its carryout business. Pizza concepts have been adding more drive-through windows, and where they can't, they focused on curbside service, which they believe will compete more with drive-throughs at QSRs. Pizza Hut is testing a prototype with a more traditional drive-through, in-store kiosks, and a menu of prepared items. In other words, pizza delivery chains are going to look a lot more like your typical fast food restaurant.